Hi everybody. Tonight I'm gonna do Simplicity 9871. It's one of my old patterns, but I love this pattern for pajama pants. There's no pockets. It's just pajama pants with a drawstring. You can put some elastic in it if you want. And I am going to be doing, like I need them right now. It's so hot out, but I'm gonna get my flannel pajamas done, and this is the material that I had gotten a while ago. I am making a small with this pattern. So let me get this cut out. It's only like 3 pieces. You have your band, and your front and your back are connected. So it's only like 3 pieces. So I'll be back in a few. Okay, everybody. You're gonna have 2 pieces like this. One's the front and one's the back. So once it's folded, it's like this. Okay, I put a pin in for my front on both pieces so I know what the pattern said. It was the front center, or the center front. So I want to have that on the right way. Okay, now we have to make buttonholes. Let me get a marking pen. As you know, I use the heat pens, so I don't mark before I sew or iron. Okay, so here's my buttonhole. Okay, it's gonna be right there, and then I'm gonna mark my other one, and I'll make the buttonholes. Okay, here's my center front. I probably should have put my interfacing down first, and I'm sure this is gonna take off my heat pin, but okay, so just cut a couple little strips of interfacing. And why I'm doing this old pattern is I saw somebody saying that they had the pattern, but they didn't have the instructions anymore. And I just thought that it's an easy pattern to do, and this way they can see what they need to do. Okay, so get your interfacing on and make your buttonholes. Okay, so when making your buttonhole, just make one on a piece of scrap fabric so you know it's running right. Okay, after you get your buttonhole done, you're gonna fold this in half. So you have a front where your buttonhole is and your back. So you have your leg sewn up. Now with right sides together, you're going to put the legs in each other. Just be sure you have your buttonholes on the same side, because that's your front. And you're just going to stick one leg into the other. Okay. So there's my front and my front. Let me get this down. Okay. Here's my front and front. Here's my 2 pins. So you're going to match your notches and your seam and come back up. And we're going to sew this U. So let me get this pinned up. Just be sure you get your seam right on. Okay, and then just start matching your notches and pin away. And this is a 5/8 seam allowance. And once you get done with that, come back where your notches are and either run 1/8 next to it, or you can run again on the same sew line, and that's going to just reinforce the crotch area. Okay, when you're done with that, go to your table or your ironing board, and you're just going to trim this up. I'm going to use my pinking shears, and I usually go from the notch to the notch, and I just clean up that area. Okay, now you're just going to put these inside out. There's my front and my front. There's my buttonholes. So I can take out my pins. Okay, now we're going to make the waist band for the tie. So just be sure you open up your seam. And I'm going to put a little of my heat bond on my seam, so that way when I put my pin through for my elastic and my tie, it doesn't get stuck under here. So I just put a little under and bond it on. So just put it on there and press it on. And then we're going to turn under 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay, now come back and turn under 1 inch. And you can pin it or clip it. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm going to grab a fresh cup of coffee. At this time, if you could please like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. The channel's growing, and congratulations to Dimples73 again. And I will return in a few minutes. Okay, once you get that all pinned up, sew right along this fold line as close as you can. I'm not leaving an opening to put the elastic through. I'm going to be going through my buttonholes, getting the elastic through. Okay, this says to use half-inch elastic. I'm going to be using 1/4 inch just because I have the tie and I really don't want like a thicker elastic in here. So I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch. Which is right here. My cat got into it and it's kind of twisted. Okay, once you get this through, just try them on and see where you need to cut your elastic, and then we'll put the elastic together. I just use the little pin, and I just go through. Let's get it in there. Okay, and then just keep feeding it through. Let me get it out of the way. Okay, just feed it through and then try them on and see where, if you need to tighten, loosen, whatever you need to do. And I'll be right back. Okay, when you put the elastic through the buttonhole, be sure you come out in the same buttonhole, or you'll have elastic going across here, and you don't want that. You want to come through the same hole. Okay, now you're just going to overlap your elastic. And sometimes it's hard on the small piece or the 1/4 inch. Okay, just overlap it. Let me get this down. Okay, overlap it. And you're going to sew an H. You're going to sew this edge down and this edge down, and then you're going to come across and sew that the long way. So I kind of just push my stuff up and I put it in the back of my sewing machine. So everything's in the back. Okay, oh, get my hands to work tonight. Okay. Just run it a couple times. Come to your other end. Okay, now just go long ways. Okay, and that way this would never come apart. Okay, and then just push it in. Okay, get it over this little bump here. There. Okay. All right, and then just move it around. Okay, now we're gonna make our ties. Okay, you're gonna sew these together. And you're gonna kind of make like bias tape. Okay. So turn this around and sew these together at 5/8. Okay, come to the ironing board. And open up that seam. Okay, on each corner, turn this. Turn your end. Let's see, let me get this a little bit better. So turn your ends on each end. Okay, fold this in half, lengthwise. That's my dog. She's deaf and she just barks. I don't know what she sees, or she's half blind too, but she senses something. Okay. Then on this end, fold it right close to this fold line. Now we're going to do something just a little bit different. Alright, let me get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, then fold your other end lengthwise. Same way. Okay. Now, just fold this over. If you don't want it, like real thin, you can bring it so it's just touching that line, or you can bring it up and have a skinnier one, or just like bring it like right to it, and then you'll have a seam down the middle. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm doing just the folding in half again. And I'll have a seam on my end. So do that and clip it. Okay, to sew this up, just start like 2 inches from your end. And sew. This way your needle doesn't fight going through. And then come back and pick up where you started and keep going down. That way you're not starting right at the thick part. Okay, let me get this sewn up. And then we have the hem left. Okay, once you get that done, just thread your tie through. And before you cut these out, because the pattern's so long, kind of put it up against you. I mean, you can save maybe like 6 inches of material, you know, that you can use for something else, hair tie or the little scrubbies that I have. But there's no sense of wasting it. Okay, let me get this through, and then we're going to do the exact same thing that we did for this waistline for the hem. So once I get this done, I'm just going to slide them on again real quick and see where I need to hem them. Go in one buttonhole and come out the other this time. And then just pull it through and get them even. Okay. There we go. Okay, get them even. Okay. And then I'm just going to try these on. And I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, here they are. And these are just really simple. There's no pockets. Just a tie and some elastic. Okay, so that was Simplicity 9871. I did a small, and I know it's an older pattern, but like I said, I read where some lady lost her instructions and didn't know how to do them. So I just thought I would put this one up, and hopefully maybe she'll see the video and it'll help her out. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be making another pair of pajama pants for my husband. I did get his other ones done. Like I said, I didn't like the pockets, so I'm just going to do a different style. The same pattern, but it has a different pocket. It's on the table somewhere, but I'm going to do that for him tomorrow. This is the material I'm going to use for those. So please check out that video when that comes out. And thank you for all the new subscribers. It's awesome. You know, please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Thumbs up. Again, congratulations to Dimples. And I hope you get a lot of fun out of it, out of the serger. So you all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.